Hello and welcome back to Poppin' Sodas. I'm Derek and welcome to Root Beer Week. Last week we did a themed week of apple sodas. This week we're doing root beer sodas. And if you watch the show, you know root beer is my favorite kind of soda, so I've been looking forward to this one. We are starting off Root Beer Week with Sprecher's Maple Root Beer. Sprecher was created in 1985 by Randy Sprecher in Milwaukee, the Sprecher Brewing Company. And this was a long time coming because Randy was really into German brews and he even worked for Pabst in the early 1980s. Now, Sprecher is primarily known for their brews. They use a unique fire brewing process in both their beers and their craft sodas, which is very interesting. It's supposed to bring out some unique flavor. At this time, they distribute to over 20 states in the United States, and last year in 2020, Randy actually retired and sold the company to some local Milwaukee investors. So there you go. I'm somewhat familiar with Sprecher. I've had their regular root beer and I've had their Orange Dream soda, but I have not had their maple root beer yet. So I'm really looking forward to trying this out. Let's go ahead and pop this soda. So on the nose, it smells like root beer. It really does. It just smells like a really nice root beer. I don't smell really any maple on it. Sprecher's Maple Root Beer. Cheers. Well, it's delicious, but it just tastes like a regular root beer to me. It's a wonderful, sweet, thick root beer, but I can't pick out the syrup. I don't taste the maple syrup at all. There's not even like a syrupy quality to it outside of just a normal root beer soda syrup. So that's surprising. It's a weird situation because if you were like, hey, what's a good root beer? This is a great root beer. It's absolutely delicious. But if you were to ask what's a good maple root beer, I mean, I've definitely had maple sodas that taste much more like syrup than this does. So that's a little odd. It's very vanilla-y. It's very creamy. It's got all of those normal undertones and flavors of a root beer. It's smooth. There's not really any bite to it. Maybe like as an aftertaste in the very back of my throat, there may be some of that kind of after breath of syrup. I can kind of taste that. I can feel that. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. And that might sound a little harsh. It's delicious. I'm absolutely going to drink it. I would drink it in the future. But if you really wanted maple, you really wanted a maple root beer, I think you're going to be disappointed in that. But it's a wonderful soda, so I don't want to grade it too lowly, but I don't want to grade it too highly either, given that it's supposed to be maple. So there you go, 7 out of 10. It's our first soda on Root Beer Week. And then next week, we've got a full week of Thanksgiving-themed sodas to try out. So I'm Derek. This has been Poppin' Sodas. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.